give this to Lincoln National tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Figured out what's in the box stuff.
Medical report came out today. Ovesen for kids developing tics because they're watching TikTok too much. Some of them are even they're watching British guys. There's British people said too much on, too much gone.
Okay. We're gonna get this started. We're about 5 minutes after. I'll let Sally finish real quick and then we'll get started. Okay. The October members' business meeting will be called to order. First, we'll have the reading of the minutes. Please, yes, please step to the microphone, anybody that needs to speak.
Can you hear me? Can you, is it?
It's
can-
on.
Okay. Meeting was called, oh, wait a minute, Ovesen Heights Baptist Church Quarterly Member Meeting, July 18th, 2021. Meeting was called to order by moderator Melanie Skaggs. The minutes were accepted as read. The financial report was accepted as printed with a statement that we're on budget so far this year. Praise the Lord. The following have no reports, teenagers and trustees. The Sunday school report was given by Laura. We were so glad to have Sunday school back, and we're still in need of one teacher. We had an average attendance for June and July, a combined 38.5. The GGW report was given by Teresa Kinslow. GGW had our first fellowship outing in over a year. We went to dinner, and as a ministry project, we ate at O'Charlie's and prayed with and blessed our server with a $110 tip. Bob Boster gave the youth report. They went to Camp Schaefer this year, and it was a different experience for them. They're glad for the things to be a little more normal again. Getting geared up for school starting. They're currently exploring some of Paul's letters and will begin the gospel project again for their primary study. Taryn gave the music report. At the last meeting, the requested $5,000 for the new video music system and Mac computer. Her projections came in at $5,300, but the actual cost was $5,078.96. She also stated that she appreciates the volunteers that work the boards for the system on Sunday mornings. Currently, that's Sally Lewis and Joseph Kurtz. There was no deacon's report. However, John Dietrich commended the VBS workers for a good, successful VBS. Brother Merrill reported that the men's ministry built a ramp for someone who needed one. There was no new business. The deacons made a motion to switch to the chairs permanently for seating in the sanctuary, and that it does create a minor reduction in capacity. The motion passed. The deacons made a motion to declare the pews as surplus property and have the trustees dispose of them however they think best, and the motion passed. It has been brought to their attention that there may be a church interested in them that does not have any, and the deacons made a motion to purchase 100 additional chairs from Church Plaza at an estimated cost of $5,490 for use in the sanctuary and some of the classrooms. The motion passed. A motion was then made by Larry Lewis and seconded by Mandy Skaggs to adjourn. Motion passed. Respectfully submitted.
Thank you, Teresa. Does anybody have any questions? We'll accept the minutes. Does everybody have a treasurer's report? Are there any questions anybody has? Anything we need to know, Sally? Okay, that's good. Okay. For those that cannot hear that, there was a group from Camelsville here when we were in Oklahoma, that the funds will be changed to the guest speaker column of this, so nothing major. Okay. Other than that, anything else? Have a motion to I would put it in there. That'd be fine. I'd just go ahead and write it in there. It'd be fine. Just that it's going to be changed. so that if we look at it, we'll know it's changed. Okay. Yes. So it will be approved as corrected. Okay, Sunday school. Thank you.
Have to, pull it down where y'all can hear me. So July we had an average of 2 visitors and an average attendance of 35 a week. August we had an average visitors of 1, average attendance 42 a week. In September we have an average of 1 visitor and 44 during the week. Yeah, for each week during September. As of now, I don't need any Sunday school teachers. We've been very blessed.
Woohoo!
So,
Hey.
any questions?
If there are no questions, we approve the Sunday school report. And Bob's not here for the youth. Nobody's here for teenagers. GGW? Okay, none. Trustees? Come to the mic, please. Come to the mic, please. So the ones watching at home can hear you.
We had a good cleanup day out here this month, and we got a lot of work done. And we stopped and think about the year before, all we've done since this COVID's hit. It's been a big year. We sold the church pews to another church. Got $1,000 for them, and that was a blessing to them and a blessing to us. And that's about all I got to report right now.
Okay. Thank you, Tony. Deacons?
Just to let everybody know, in communion, we are going to continue with the little hourglasses where you have the drink on one side until we see where COVID round 2 ends up or stops. And we don't really have the apparatus to hand that out correctly, but we're going to do it till we figure out what we're going to do. And then if we stay with what we're doing, we'll get something else to hold them and pass them around. So that's just informational. I don't know if anybody's going to report on it or not, but we had a successful Camp Crossway, and as far as I know, a successful Lincoln Days.
Thank you, John. Anything from the men's ministry? Okay, music.
So I think I gave everybody 2 papers. Did I give everybody 2 papers? First of all, I think the implementation of the camera has done very well. I think we finally ironed out a lot of the kinks. We've had some guys come in to kind of help teach me through the new system and working with YouTube and the Atom Mini. And you might not have known, but Melanie blacked her eye out playing softball. And the week that I was gone to the beach and she was leading worship and the camera was so good. Who could tell? Bonnie texted Melanie and said, "How'd you black your eye out?" from the video. So that is some optic zoom to be able to tell that, because unless you're really right there looking at it, you can't tell, especially now. It's gotten a lot better. So I think it's been about a month and a half now. We were ending Wednesday practice about 6 when Mandy and Jeremy's life group starts, and Jeremy was gone. I think it was just me and Paul in here getting ready to go, and we heard a big pop back here. You remember that, Paul? And we go back there. We thought something fell or crashed or something. We couldn't really tell anything, so I said, well, I guess it's good. I'll keep an eye on it. And Paul left, and Meryl was around the corner, and I saw something start smoking, and my power amp blew up back there. So I'm very thankful I was here. Actually, we have it off during the week, so it wouldn't have done it, but I'm very thankful I was here because it was shorting out. Meryl come in and smelled like burnt plastic. So how a system works, you have your soundboard that is run to power amps, and your power amps is what puts power to your monitors and your speakers. Because if you look at them, they don't have plugins, they're just devices. So your power amp is what sends power from your outlet into your means of getting your sound out. So we had 2 power amps, one that went to the monitors and one that went to the mains. And the reason most people really didn't notice is because one of ours is fried. And so what we've done, and you notice now that I say something, we turned one of our monitors in and one of our monitors out. And we adjusted so you guys wouldn't tell anything. And we hear things a little bit worse, but we're doing okay. So one of them is out. And it's my understanding that when the board was purchased, that the power amps were hand-me-downs from First Baptist. So we don't know how old they are. One is already fried. So I got some quotes for new power amps. So that's your 2 papers. Your one that's estimate 1031 has 2 Crown power amps, which is a good low-cost option. And actually, he had it for under $1,000, but the way the market is right now, there's a shortage from one manufacturer. So right now you have to get through another manufacturer. So it's why I told him to give me one under $1,000, and so it had to be $1,075. But that is for 2 power amps. For the installer who put in all our camera equipment to come in and install it all, and including I've asked for him to come and work through us during a practice and set all our sound, kind of rerun our wires to make sure everything was done properly, to kind of give a professional eye to it, to kind of give us a good, clean go at it. And your other one is a more expensive option. Naturally, you get what you pay for. So this one it's a little bit, you can tune it finer to where it sounds a little bit better. I am going to recommend the cheaper option because I want to be a good steward of the funds that the Lord has given this church. And I do not know how old these speakers or the monitors are. Do you know? They're pretty old. So I told Meryl, I don't really want to invest a lot of money into something that your capacity, that you won't be able to hear your capacity. Like, our speakers are fine for now. They'll probably have to be replaced eventually. But it's like if you spend a lot of money on like something really nice to go in an old car that's not going to run that well anyway. It's not that these are old cars, but I think the $1,000 option is going to be sufficient because it's not like we're like running a rock concert or anything. So I'm going to push, and that's within my budget. The $1,075 is within the budget, but I have to bring it to the church because it's over. Was it like a couple hundred? Okay. So I am going to bring the $1,075 option. And I think the Lord provides, because I told Melanie I wanted to go after Tony that told everybody that we made $1,000 selling those pews. So I think the Lord provides all but $75. And so I said, put me after Tony after he tells that good news, and then I have to come up here and say our stuff broke. So I am going to propose that we spend $1,075 for Ron to install 2 new power amps and to run through and tweak all of our equipment.
Okay, you've heard Taryn. Is there any questions? If there are no questions, all in favor of the $1,075 for 2 new Crown power amps and installation and testing and all that, say aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. Okay, do we have any other committees? Okay, please, that'll be fine. Please come to the mic. Please come to the mic. That's fine.
Okay, your sheet with the yellow on it, highlighted. I don't have all my notes where we talked about this, but Larry said, take your mask off, Sally. Okay, does anybody have any questions, first of all, if you've had a chance to look over it? We have lowered some items. That doesn't mean that during the year, you know, if the Lord provides and we need something done, we'll move money around or add to or whatever. This is a proposal. It's a goal. And I'm a natural optimist. I don't know why, but I know if it needs to be done, God's going to provide. It's just the way it is. So if you will look down through there, we have cut music. Sorry, Taryn. You know, we cut youth and children. Well, we didn't cut children, but I tried to decrease some to get it more realistic, maybe with what we're spending. We're not buying like sheet music and so forth, so that does cut down on some with what we used to spend on that. And don't know when meals will be started back, so I cut that a little bit, you know, on Wednesday meals and also fellowship. We did add a decor and celebrations. That's so I have the gifts for Mother's Day, Father's Day, and flower arrangements. Someplace to put them besides miscellaneous, which I put stuff in miscellaneous I'm not supposed to, so therefore we need to have a line for the rest. I also added furnishings to the word maintenance, so I know where to put, you know, things like you put up. Didn't know where to put that. And the big changes are on the personnel lines. And last year we did not do a budget, therefore no one got a raise. And the cost of living has gone up tremendously. And our feelings, or my feelings, is it's been a hard 2 years. It's been a hard 2 years for our pastor, for all staff. It's just been difficult, provide more. So we did propose a 2-year, which the cost of living raised for those 2 years in there, which is more than normally. But everybody receiving a raise. And then also, you see the retirement benefit for ministers. The church is going to start paying on their retirement, which we probably should have done for the last 50 years, but eventually we'll get to it. So we are going to start that. Then they can have taken from their salaries the amount that they want sent in. Also, they can either match that or so forth, but that's for all, for Taryn and Bob and Merrill. Any questions? The Finance Committee recommends this budget.
Okay, I'll ask one more time. Is there any questions? Okay, you have the proposed budget in front of you that the Finance Committee recommends. All in favor of this budget, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion passed. And then the 2022 budget proposal passes. Okay, are there any other committees? Any old business that anybody knows about? Come right ahead.
Yeah, we're just gonna pull that out. So since we voted to order our chairs, we were supposed to have them by the end of October. And earlier this month, I got an email saying that the chair company that we use has their own independent contracting company they use for delivery of their materials as well as delivery of their chairs. And they had not been affected by all the truck driving issues and the shipment issues until recently. Our price is locked in, and we don't know that it necessarily affects our order. According to the email, they don't know if it necessarily affects our personal order, but every customer received this email letting them know that there is a chance our chairs could be delayed. And so just want to give you a heads up. We've got our order in, our price is locked in, so that's not going to change. But when we were supposed to have them by the end of this month, we don't know. I don't know yet. I'll try to contact and find out if it does apply to our shipment, our order or not. The email was just very general, but we left for vacation before I looked into it. So I'll try to figure that out, and we'll get to it. They are ordered. They are hopefully on the way, but they may be delayed just due to shipping issues. So just kind of an update on that.
Thank you. Any other old business that anybody knows of? Any new business? Okay. Was you going to ask about messengers to the KBC?
So typically every year we would elect messengers for our annual association meeting. Even being moderator of that, I let that slip up. We didn't elect new messengers, and instead what we did was just roll over the ones from last year. But this year we also have locally the Kentucky Baptist Convention meeting. I believe we're allowed up to about 10 messengers, and we need to elect messengers that might be interested in going to the KBC. I'm willing to put myself and Laura's name down. I think Kenny, possibly Taryn, might be interested in having. I don't even know if Kenny has to be sent as a messenger since he's an employee. But I thought I'd at least volunteer the four of us. And if anyone else is interested, it's held at Severns Valley Baptist Church this year. So it'd be a real quick drive over. If you've never been to one of the state conventions, it's just a big business meeting like we're doing tonight. But they do have some great worship service and preaching mixed into it. So if anyone's interested, let me know. I guess if we don't find 10 tonight, we'll take the four of us, and we can add anybody on later because we register online anyway. But just wanted to see if anyone was interested in being a messenger to the Kentucky Baptist Convention representing Ovesen Heights this evening.
Any takers tonight?
Yeah, it's that 13th, 14th, so it'll be 15th and 16th, I think.
15th and 16th of November.
Yeah, right.
Okay, we got Paul volunteered. John. That'll give us 6.
Yep.
So, any more? Okay.
Okay. That's right. You were working. You missed all that, didn't you? I apologize, sir. Yep. So the Severns Valley Association of Baptists has been changed to something Lincoln. The Lincoln Association of Baptists, and that was because of the confusion. Huh? Lincoln Association. Okay. So, but that was due to we presented that last year and then followed up with it this year, according to what the bylaws say. But that was the association is getting phone calls and even tithe checks that belong to the church, and the churches, and so we just thought that would help clear up some confusion. Yeah. Yeah. So we're now the Lincoln Association of Baptists. I was moderator. You think I'd remember these things, but I don't. We got through the meeting, I think. I didn't. You're supposed to read that stuff too, aren't you? She said, "Put your name here." I did. I didn't ask questions. I didn't read nothing. I was just like, "Here you go." Honey, if I gave away our house, I'm sorry.
Okay. So is there anything else anybody has? We can have up to 4 more, right? Okay. Okay. Is everybody finished? Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Have a motion, do I have a second? Have a second. All in favor of adjourning, say aye. Any opposed? Motion's carried, meeting's adjourned. Thank you.